let's dive into it. And daughter's really excited too, aren't you? You love Teslas, don't you?
Yeah, they're my favourite.
Hi, glad you could join me. I've got some really exciting news about the Model 3. It is the UK's #1 car as voted by Auto Express magazine. Let's find out why the Model 3 is the UK's #1 car. Well, welcome. Really excited about this for all those Tesla naysayers. Suddenly, the Auto Express magazine here in the UK has had a reader survey, driver power survey, and it's got a score of 88.55%. Let's bring that on screen now. So we can see it's won top scores there for powertrain. Exterior, okay, not to everyone's taste, but did reasonably well there. Interior and comfort, practicality and space, ride and handling, safety features. Well, I have kids, as you've seen. I won't put them in any other vehicle. Economy and running costs, well, nothing goes wrong with them. I've just recently got rid of my Model 3. And as you know, and I've still got a Model Y. And it cost me nothing over the last 6 years. And apart from the usual things, changing the filters and things, not even a brake pad change. Reliability and build quality, nothing went wrong with it. Absolutely nothing. Cold days, warm days, just started every time, never let me down. And of course, the great infotainment and connectivity and the electrics. Well, to be honest, if you've got an iPhone, you want to use any other phone, same with this. It's iPhone quality software and the value for money. And talking about value for money, I've just ordered a new one. And I'm getting it for £2,000 down and £200 a month for £8,000. Okay, it's the base model. This time I'm not going for the performance because, hey, I've just got over doing that, going across concrete very quickly from 0 to 60. And it's still reasonable. I think it's about 6 seconds, just under. So, that's more than enough to overtake and things. So let's take a deep dive into that. And then we'll look at the top 5 afterwards. So obviously the Tesla Model 3 wasn't just another car launch at the time. It was the moment electric cars became mainstream, and they're still selling 23,000 models last year here in the UK, only beaten by the Model Y, its sister, which obviously, as you know, is a world top seller. So, love Tesla, hate Tesla. The owners have spoken here. The Model 3 has beaten the competition, and it's only had a mild facelift with the Highlander. It's been out a few years now, and still staying strong. So that tells you a lot. So real owners love it, not just the reviewers like me, although I am an owner as well. So this isn't just Tesla telling us it's a good car. These are actual owners who live with the car every single day, like I have done. Owners are literally praising the reliability, ease of use, running cost, safety, and of course the driver experience. And what they love about it, it's simple electric drivetrain. Traditional cars, as you know, have engines, gearboxes, turbos, exhaust systems, clutches, oil changes, and Tesla just has a battery, electric motors, and far fewer moving parts. So a petrol car has literally thousands of explosions going off every single minute second. A Tesla just gets on with the job. So what people like about it on the performance, it's instant torque. It's a bit like a Scalextric. It just goes just like that as soon as you put your foot down on the pedal. There's no gear changes, simple driving, one pedal driving, smooth acceleration, and you've got a low center of gravity. So it's a family saloon that can be economical and durable and reliable Monday to Friday. And then Saturday night, you can be out racing with all the sports cars I have, and a lot of fun if you choose. So running costs, obviously, there's no petrol station visits. Well, in recent, obviously, with what's going on with the Middle East, and we've seen petrol prices hike. We've all been laughing as Tesla owners because we can charge at night between midnight and 6 on a very low tariff, and charge for next to nothing. So we've not been getting that stress about watching the prices going up and down. With no oil changes, very rarely have to. Well, if ever, in 6 years, I didn't change the battery because of the way it drives on the regenerative braking. No clutch replacements, no exhaust replacements, no timing belts, no worrying about once it goes over 40,000 pounds will the engine blow up and you have to buy a new engine. It's just cheap overnight tires, regenerative braking all the way. The software gets better and better. You literally get a new car every time there's a software update, which it happens frequently. New features that make it feel like a new car. The app is second to nothing, second to none. I've test driven a lot of cars on this channel, and I've still not found an app better than the Tesla app. It really does everything for you. The charging ecosystem, well, it's they're everywhere, and they're cheaper than all the rest, and still most of them are exclusive to Tesla. It's kind of like the Apple approach, with the iPhone. They have a whole ecosystem, which is why people stick with Tesla. It's very hard to give that up if you're thinking about going to another brand. Now, a main issue which scores highly is the safety features. Now, obviously, with the safety, it's got very great crumple zones. It gets high marks on all the tests in the Euro test they do. We've had some of those videos on the channel. You literally see on YouTube and things bad accidents with Teslas where people just walk away because of the system. Also, the cameras really do stop a lot of accidents. We've all driven Teslas and had that experience where the car suddenly moves across or brakes, especially if it's in FSD mode. It sees things before you see things because of the camera and the AI technology that is attached to it. Tesla have honed this AI technology because they have 9 million cars on their fleet, and they are literally just learning every time you drive a mile. So yeah, if you've got children, and with the driver assistance technology and the cameras, there's no other vehicle. And of course, it's been a massive sales success. It was the car that made EVs desirable. It broke the mold. It gave the legacy car manufacturers something to aspire to be. And if you remember at the time when electric cars first came to the market, they were ugly things, really ugly things, like the Nissan Leaf and the one from BMW, I think it was the iX3 or whatever it was, i3. Really ugly things. You had to be blind to drive them, or that far left of green that you were making a statement that you were green. So they became mainstream. It proved they could be fast, they could be fun, they could work every day, they could have long range, and it really was the car that made Tesla become mainstream. And I'm delighted to see that it's still there as top, because the build quality has just got better and better. I admit the original first few models had dodgy build. They were famous for poor quality, but as they've got used to building cars, they've just got better and better and better. So yeah, really pleased. So let's take a look at the top five. So if Tesla was number one, what was number two? So coming out number two, we have the BMW 2 Series, the Mark II version, getting 88.19%. Key points to 2 Series: get strong scores for the driving experience, quality, and infotainment system. Obviously, this is an ICE vehicle. Some of the quotes there, it's saying, "I love my BMW sporty styling and engine makes a great sound. The interior is also very luxurious." Again, interesting that it's come second. Again, it's one of those cars that it's a classic design. It wings well, obviously, on its powertrain, exterior, interior, and comfort, practicality and space, ride and handling. Economy and running costs, yeah, it's quite higher than I would expect there. Reliability and build quality, which is what you'd expect from BMW. Strange, wouldn't have thought this from BMW, but the infotainment system and connectivity and electrics and value for money as well. So well done to BMW. Wasn't expecting to see that as number two. Number three, really surprising here. But then customers are buying cars for all sorts of reasons, not just badges, and obviously if you're on a budget. So the Grandland came in at number three with 87.877%. 87.77%. The Grandland is highly regarded by drivers for both its big interior and small builds. I've seen a few of these on the road actually. They don't look too bad, especially from behind. I'm a little bit dull at the front, but then the Tesla doesn't really look that exciting from the front. Winning top scores briefly there for interior and comfort, practicality and space. So obviously great family car there. Safety features as well, economy and running costs. Reliability and build quality do quite well for Vauxhall. Obviously, maybe this is the Stellantis influence and infotainment system, but the value for money thing wins that over. Coming up at number four is the Ford Kuga. Now, this has been around for a while. Mild facelift a couple of years ago. Really, one of the only two mainstream models from Ford here in Europe. They've kind of pulled out of Europe and lost market share recently with the demise of the Fiesta and the Focus. And those, I mean, what have they got? They've got the obviously Mustang brand and those terrible rebadged VWs they've got, like the Ford Capri, which looks nothing like a Ford Capri. But the Ford Kuga Mark III, practical and interior is the highlight. Practicality in the interior. So people absolutely love it. There, nothing to dislike. Excellent fuel consumption. Plus, it's roomy, comfortable, and easy to drive. It's very comfortable to drive. Somebody's saying, and I like the raised driving position, like most SUVs, imagine. It's a good sound system as well, and well spec'd. Now, obviously, these sales in Europe of SUVs, especially European ones, are now being shattered by some of the Chinese brands, which probably won't feature in this survey. You know, Moda, Jayco, Chery, Geely, etc., and MG, of course, that have all hit the market recently. Probably not so much MG, but the latter, which they've taken huge chunks of sales away. Even Chery have sort of only just launched with their Tigo ranges, have sold 14,000 cars in May, which is a huge amount. But anyway, I digress. Ford Kuga scoring highly there on interior and comfort, practicality and space, ride and handling. Ford always had a reputation for that. Safety features, economy and running costs about average there. Reliability doing well, but again, infotainment, connectivity, and value. So I'm just wondering if it's people who've always had Ford suddenly discovering infotainment systems, think, oh, these are actually quite good. So I'm not sure whether, because all these seem to have high scores on infotainment, whether it's people just getting used to this new world of having everything on a touch screen. So what is number five, pray tell? Let's have a look. Again, another score for Vauxhall. And this time the Frontera, which only launched last year. I think there's Citroen versions of it as well. And I think it's also what the new Fiat Panda is based on, the Grand Panda. It's practical, comfortable, and fun to drive. Well, I'm not sure whether it looks fun to drive to me, but again, I do like the steel wheels there on this. It's kind of utilitarian, isn't it? But yeah, they like it's great to drive. Apparently, it's got a terrible app there. Somebody's saying, yeah. I told you earlier that you can't beat the Tesla app. Obviously, these things are going well because of great lease deals, which is making it a no-brainer for some owners. And they're amazed at the interior space too. Well, that is because purely cars are just getting bigger and wider. You try and park them in some of the old NCP car parks, it's a nightmare. Scoring highly again on interior and comfort, practicality and space, as you'd expect from an SUV. Ride and handling doing quite well for a Vauxhall there. Obviously, possibly because it's based on the Peugeot, Citroen, etc. Economy and running costs, really high score there. However, reliability and build qualities, again, Vauxhall had quite high ratings on the Grandland. This one not doing so well. Abysmal 1.5 there, I reckon. So that's low, isn't it? Really low. Infotainment and connectivity, not so well as the other Vauxhall, but overall good value for money. So there you go. It's 2 Vauxhalls, 1 Ford, 1 BMW, and 1 Tesla. I'd be interested to see where the Model Y came into this equation. So there we have it, a Tesla Model 3 top dog. Who'd have thought it? And what's really strange, according to Auto Express magazine, it's the only car to get 100% in the powertrain and smoothness category. 100%. So there you go. If you ever doubted it, Tesla Model 3 is the top dog as voted by the actual users of the Tesla 3 compared to other models. We're just taking a look at the top 5 there. Some surprising entries in there, but I'm absolutely delighted. Thank you for watching Tesla News. This special we've put together very quickly just to get the news out there and to celebrate with Tesla. And I'm so delighted to be a Tesla fanboy. And as I say, I've just ordered a new Model Tesla 3, which is due in September. So we'll take a look at that on the channel when it arrives. But don't forget to like and share. Please do comment. Sorry, this is very amateur. I've got a full-time job, but just love getting this down on video. And even if just 2 of you watch, that's 2 of you that have shared the passion with me. So that's great. Don't forget to keep glued to this channel. Watch some of the previous videos, some of them coming at the end of this. And until next time, stay safe.